Welcome back to my little course to teach you how to be interesting. Because I want to see you guys be successful. Because interesting people are normally kind of successful. Because when you're interesting, it just makes everything easier. It's like a cheat code for life. And you know another cheat code for life? Learning how to do that. Now, not necessarily the piano, but just learning how to play melodies that sound appeasing to people's ears. And do you know why that is the case? Why people love people who play instruments? Because typically, when you play an instrument, that means you create a creative brain. And once again, instruments, they open up the abstract brain or the abstract mind, which means that you're no longer thinking in words or grammar or things that we've been taught as children. You are just flowing through the rhythm of whatever you hear. It's just whatever sounds good to these things. And that's very key because when you're speaking and talking and communicating with people, you want to be able to make them feel good. Understand tonality, understand timing, rhythm, pace. So when you understand these particular things, which is what you learn from playing the instrument, you learn breath control, pace, rhythm, timing, what sounds appeasing to the ear, how things are supposed to sound like in a rhythm. It makes you more interesting because people are like, wow, I like talking to this person because like when I talk to them, I feel so at ease. And that's what good music does to you. It puts you at ease. It puts you in a state of mind where you're no longer in this defensive mindset. You're able to calm people. And when you're able to calm people, this allows you to communicate with you easier with them. They're able to flow and give their true expression and feelings and able to communicate with you in an easier fashion. So by learning how to play the instrument, it's not only teaching you a cool skill, which you can also make money from, because the world needs instruments, it needs music, it needs sound, it needs things that make people happy, move and dance and jiggle and all types of fun stuff. And so by playing an instrument, you build a cool hobby. You build something that you can always kind of pull out your back pocket. Like, hey, if there's a piano, you just walk up to the piano and start playing. People are like, wow, I didn't know you could play that. And I tried this a couple times. I would go to the park with my keyboard, and I suck. I'm not great at piano or anything like that, but I know enough to make things sound good. And people will stop and just stare at you and listen. And they say, thank you. I appreciate you playing that. It made me feel a little bit better. I enjoyed listening to your sounds. And off of that, you can start a conversation. Hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I do so. Oh, that's great. You know what? I actually have a company that does blah, 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 blah. And this is how you can start to make connection points. Even with your introduction, you can come into send videos to people. Like if you're in sales, you're trying to close a big deal. Look, man, you can go out there and play a nice little piano solo for somebody, like quick 20 seconds intro, 10-second intro to them. And that catches their attention. They're like, wow, this person took the time to actually send me a piano, then send the proposal. It allows you to get more value. See, value is your ability to attract people, make people interested in what you have. And sound and music is one of the most valuable things you can give people because people, you can make people feel. And like the great Maya Angelou, people forget the things you tell them, people forget the things you sold them, people forget everything that you've done for them, but people will never forget the way that you made them feel. That's very powerful. And music is the most powerful entry to the soul. I think it's either Carl Jung or a great philosopher or Friedrich Nietzsche said, there is no life without music. What is life without music? Because without music, it's nothing. It's just silence besides the sounds of the universe. So yeah, if you want to become an interesting human being, learn how to play an instrument. You don't have to be good at it. It's the very idea that you're trying. You have something that you can go back and forth with people. It gives you something to look forward to in the day that's not just work and the drudgery of the everyday existence of life. And people play instruments, it makes your brain, like we said, it reopens that abstract mindset, that abstract thinking, that experimental idea where you're just playing around. You're playing around with just sounds. And that's what you gotta do a little bit more if you want to become an interesting person. Play around with things. Use your abstraction in the brain. Get back to the state of being a child-like almost, where you can just enjoy life for what it is. So I appreciate you guys listening in. Music is great. Teaches you how to open up the abstract brain. It helps you with becoming more appeasing in conversation, or becoming more tuned to conversations, and it makes you more creative. More creative. And lastly, it gives you something to talk about, because Lord knows people do not have enough to talk about that's anything worth talking about. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to go through this course. And I look forward to talking with you guys, hoping helping you out with find out how to become a little bit more interesting in life so it can make your life a lot easier. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.